Carnivore Soldier coming at you from Austin, Texas, where it's 101 degrees today. That's right, we've had a cold front roll in, so we're not at 107 to 108 anymore. So I'm going to take advantage of this cool weather outside, fire up my smoker, and show you the technique I use to get a reverse seared smoked ribeye. It's an amazing technique. I learned it from Cooper's Barbecue in Llano, Texas. And it's whenever I make it for anyone, it blows them away. So get ready to up your game. We're going to get started right now. All right, here we are. 101 degrees out here in Austin. We're about getting ready to smoke some steaks. I got to set the smoker up. If you guys haven't done this before, I'm just going to show you real quick. I got a master built. It's pretty simple. You just got a couple trays here. I like putting a little aluminum foil tray in the bottom to catch any drippings. Bottom tray, the bottom down here, you got your heating element. And then you got water and you got your wood chips. I'm using some apple and cherry wood chips, little mix there. You can experiment. A lot of times using mesquite, oak's good. There's all kinds you can buy at the store. So an electric smoker is super easy to use. All you do, plug it in, set it up like that, and then you're gonna go ahead and turn this on up here. The dial's right there, and you just dial it up to a temperature you want. I'm gonna set this up to high to get it smoking, and then I'll dial it down. Let's go prep the meat. All right, I picked up a couple ribeyes from HEB. This time I got prime. These are amazing cuts here. Let me put these out. I'm just gonna do one today, but I picked up two. So we'll start with this one. This one looks amazing. Here's your prime ribeye. Pull this one back in. Put it in the fridge. All we do is salt it up like we did with our air fried one, the frozen air fried one. So we're gonna salt this one up nice and salty. Get all the edges. It's a big piece of meat, so don't be afraid of the salt. There we go. And the other side. Now I had a lot of people comment that I was using that manual thermometer, and they told me to get a meat stick or one of these remote ones, which I already have. I just wanted to show that we could indeed do this without any high-tech expensive stuff. So even if you're just doing it, you know, on your own without any technology, you can just go ahead and do that. So I have one here. This is the meat stick. I'm gonna sync it with my phone. Okay, looks like it found it. So then I'm going to place it in the steak so it's right in the middle. Push it all the way in. And it'll start transmitting that temperature to me. I also have an extender. It allows me to extend that range from that so I can put it out there. So right now we're at 61 degrees. Perfect. Okay. Next, once we come up to temperature on the smoker, we're going to drop it in there and start smoking. So actually, after a few minutes, the temperature dropped down to 44 degrees for the internal temperature. You see that's the meat stick. I actually have a link for this too in my affiliates page on webpage if you guys are interested in these. These are really cool. You just set the temperature you want to cook to, and as soon as the internal temperature gets near, it gives you an alert and it tells you when to pull it out and how long to rest the meat. It's really great. All right, it looks like we're up 225, which is where I want to be. 225 degrees, and make sure we got some smoke in here. Oh yeah, we got smoke. Okay, so we're good. Now what we can do is go ahead and throw this steak on here, and we're gonna smoke it for about 20 minutes. All right, we're in the smoker, we're at temperature. Now we just wait. Okay, while that steak's smoking, we'll get the searing pan up to speed. I threw some bacon fat in there. I'm gonna set it up to about 6.5 on my electric stove and melt that in. I'll dial it back until the ribeye is ready, but once I'm searing it, I want it smoking hot. I want to see some smoke coming off that. All right, so I've got my temperature actually set to 105, so we're at 102, we're almost there. So in a minute, I'm gonna pull this sucker out and we're gonna get ready to sear it. So one of the things we're doing when we're either putting it in an oven at 250 or you're putting it in a smoker at 225 or 250 is you're actually removing a lot of the surface moisture from the steak. And that's the secret. That's the secret sauce on a reverse sear. Because what you want to do is you want to have that steak get crispy on the outside without getting temperature high on the inside. So you render a lot more fat when you have less moisture for the heat source to overcome. Okay, so we're at 105. I'll go more on that in a minute. I'm gonna go ahead and pull this sucker out. Here comes the smoke. Oh yeah, look at that. Wow, that looks great. Okay, turn the smoker off. And we'll take the sucker inside and get ready to sear it. All right, we got smoke on the pan. So it's time to go ahead and do the reverse sear. Let's get this steak in there. There we go. Actually, I'll leave the lid off so we can catch the full experience here. I typically sear it a minute or two on each side and then do the edges. That I find gives me the best results. Okay, let's see how we're doing on this. It's looking pretty good. A little more, need a little more sear on that. But it's getting there. Oh man, I wish you could smell this right now because it's freaking awesome. That smoked steak searing smell is amazing. All right, let's turn this over to the other side. Oh, look at that. Oh yeah. Trust me, it tastes as good as it looks and smells. That's a great sear on there. Gonna press it down a little bit. I need to get some chef's presses or a chef's press to put on here, since I'm doing so much more cooking now. All right, let's take a look at the other side. That's looking pretty good. Let's sear the sides now. There we go. Dang, it's falling apart, it's so fatty. All right. And it's done. Now we just let it rest. All right, y'all. So here's a moment of truth. Time to cut this bad boy open and see what we got. Oh yeah, look at that. I mean, that is legit right there. Just amazing cut right here. Got a nice bark on the outside, nice and crispy. That's amazing. And when you do it this way, either in the oven or the smoker, the whole steak's gonna be like this. You're not gonna have a section of the steak that's overdone. Even the ends are gonna be really, really moist, juicy, and cooked to the temperature you want it at. So anyway, that's the amazing technique I learned. It's a little better than sous vide, because sous vide, you have moisture on the surface, and this actually removes that moisture. I'm gonna go ahead and taste it here. Oh wow. I can tell you guys right now, there is nothing like a medium rare steak with that smoky flavor and a little bit of salt. There's no sauces needed, no extra seasonings. It's perfect. This right here is where it's at. So guys, if you like this content, please like and subscribe. I'm trying to grow the channel. Also, I'm gonna keep adding on some food preparation ideas beyond just ribeyes, because there's a lot of other things I do, like meatballs and chicken fingers and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, like and subscribe to support. Doesn't cost anything, means a big deal to me. And also it'll get this found by the YouTube algorithm, so more people will get the carnivore message out there that's being covered up by the mainstream media, and any media outlet out there is going to be negative on carnivore. We need to tell the truth, and this helps that happen. So until later, guys, stay strong and drive on.